I'm a 35-year-old painter, and I'm a filmmaker slash actor. I've been in multiple TV shows, commercials, and I've had my art exhibited in museums and even an airport. But I actually didn't even start pursuing the arts until I was in my 30s. I knew this was gonna happen. One sec. Hey, what's up? No. Hey, look, relax. Look, it's all gonna be fine. Just look, let me be proof that once you turn 30, you don't just die and wither away, okay? It's been my favorite decade in my life so far, I promise. Watch the rest of the video. There's gonna be a lot of value for you as well, okay? Okay, bye. All right, bet. Sorry about that. Raise your hand if you felt that at one point in your late teens or 20s that you had to have it all figured out in life by the age of 30. Well, that was definitely me. I was doing a lot of yearning in my 20s and not enough doing. Shouldn't later. I wanted to create a video like this because I wish I had a video like this to watch when I was a bit lost. When I felt like I was just behind in life and I wondered if it was too late to even try things like acting or painting. Let me just give you the 30-second version of my life in my 20s. I did a lot of partying from 18 to 22. Moved to LA on a whim when I was 23 to possibly pursue acting. Lived out of my car for a couple weeks because I couldn't find an apartment. Ended up starting a business with a friend. Moved back home within a year because my dad passed unexpectedly. Ended up staying to help get things in order and focus on running the business. Partied nonstop from 24 to 27 and had the absolute time of my life. But throughout all these years, I would keep feeling disappointed in myself for never pursuing anything in the arts. And that creative void just kept compounding year after year until I stopped yearning and started taking acting classes here in San Francisco. This led to an agent, which led to a McDonald's commercial. And then I booked a role on 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. And this was all within just a few months of me turning 28. And that's a great start, right? Well, things started to slow down from there. I started to go longer and longer without auditions and bookings and started to realize that maybe I wasn't going to be the overnight male ginger sensation that I once thought I was. Son of a I felt this insane pressure to have just something amazing pop off, like my big break or just anything before I turned 30. I was even close to almost signing for a car that I could not afford just to feel like I had accomplished something by the upcoming milestone. But ultimately, the day came. The big day. Happy birthday, dear Shrek! The day I turned 30. I woke up, took a deep breath, and realized nothing had changed. I felt the exact same as when I turned 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and now 30. So what the was all that for? Why did I spend years worrying, stressing, panicking about this need to feel highly accomplished or like I had it all figured out by this very specific time frame? So from this day forward, I started to just take control of my own creative life, started creating at my own pace, and not moving with some self-inflicted timeline that meant nothing. The boss isn't happy I'm taking up valuable walk time to make this video. So from that day on, I decided that I was gonna start finding ways to just create for myself, to move at my own pace. Let me make it a little more presentable here real quick. Okay, that's better. So I decided that I needed a creative outlet that I had control of from start to finish. Because the acting world was so fickle and just full of downtime in between auditions and gigs, and I literally went to Michael's art store, bought like a starter kit, like an acrylic painter starter kit, and I had no idea that I was stumbling on a new passion of mine. And just shortly after this, the world completely shut down. This was 2020, and so I had nothing but free time to paint. And boy, did I paint, and paint, and paint, and paint, and paint. And here's the best part of all of this. I've opened a gym with my brother, and my other brother. I essentially got dropped by my old agent and then got signed to my new agent, which has led to some bigger acting gigs. I've sold a lot of paintings and even had some in the museum. I fell in love with filmmaking and started making my own short films and stuff that nobody really watches, but it's all good. Made this YouTube channel. It's been so fun. And we just signed the lease for our second gym. And the crazy part about all of this is I still feel all of those feelings. I'm still yearning for more, whatever more is. I'm still worried about many things, and I'm still constantly trying to figure out what the future holds. But what I've absolutely loved about my 30s and where I'm at in life is finally embracing the journey. I'm embracing all of that concern or worry or wonder. It's kind of what makes it fun. I'm okay with not knowing how some things play out. I'm able to start celebrating wins, whether small or large, especially the wins. The small wins are important. A bunch of small wins, total big wins, and can make a lot of progress without you really realizing it. And ultimately, I'm just less distracted and more focused on learning and creating. But at the end of the day, I really have the arts, just both filmmaking and painting, to thank for this and for bringing a new inspiration and meaning to my life that I think I was missing. And the best part about it is they didn't happen until later in life, or what I used to think was later in life. And honestly, that aspect of it now just makes me more excited for what's to come. So to wrap this up, if any of this resonates with you, just remember that you have control over your life, and remember that your output is what is going to dictate your future. Just simply thinking of things and desiring things isn't going to get you anywhere. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience as someone that had many years where I had ideas and I was yearning and I wanted to do things and I talked more than I did, and I did some things, but I wasn't really following through. I wasn't really dedicating myself and pushing my limits to see, what I could accomplish. If you have that business that you always think about, that you've always wanted to try, just try it. If you have that skill or that thing you wanted to learn how to do, learn it. The information is out there. I literally learned how to paint entirely from scratch, 100% from YouTube. Every single thing that I know about filmmaking, color grading, editing, cameras, microphones, it's all just completely self-taught from YouTube. And I promise you, if I can figure some of this stuff out, you can figure it out. You have to be constantly trying things to find out what your passions are. And it does not matter how long it takes you to find them. Just make sure you find them. Life really gets interesting when you're doing things that you're interested in. I just made that up. That's not bad, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about because I think it's something that we can put too much pressure on ourselves to maybe hit certain things by certain time periods. And even to this day, I still have this constant feeling of like, I could be doing better. I need to be doing more. I want to learn new skills. And I'm happy with the growth over the last few years, but there's still a ton of things that I need to get way better at and things that I think I'm not very good at. I think we can get a little unrealistic maybe with expectations or timelines, and I don't think that's a healthy way to go about it. I think as long as you're growing and developing and trying to get better day after day, I think that's the healthier way to look at it. Your whole life can change in a year. It's corny as hell, but I've had it go both directions. I think if you're just focused on growth and development and getting better at whatever it is that you do, that you can do great things. So if you've watched this far, thank you. I appreciate it. I believe in you, I'm proud of you, and remember that you just have to start and you just have to keep going. And good night.